Hey, with this recording, I want to be as clear as I possibly can because it's a lot of things I want to go over. And, it's a lot about the persecution that I received. But first off, it's one thing I want to make clear is that, I recently received more persecution apparently. We're different. You feel me? We're totally different provisions. You feel me? Like me and the persecution I received, you see, it's not it's never been a fair fight, and it's not a fair situation. You feel me? I am, extremely outnumbered and out-resourced. You feel me? Just to start. And people couldn't tell it by the way I handle it, but that's a lot was going on, because a lot of people, our focus and our goals are different. You feel me? This is not just like I'm not interested in, competition and things like that, are easy. You feel me? Like, that's simple. I could easily, overshadow and outclass the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like I have so many times before. The problem is there's people in society that thrive on, they have certain ideologies. They have certain, beliefs and desires for physical gratification. You feel me? Like dominance and things like that, supremacy and things like that. They want, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, my whole goal and focus different. You feel me? And it been different the whole time. Like for instance, my goal and with my art and things has been to glorify God. Now, competition, if it was a factor, would not be a challenge for me, you know what I'm saying, because I got that much natural talent. But the problem is, it's not a even kill. Like, it ain't no fair, it's not a fair field, you know what I'm saying? While you got certain people who have, help from, because you see, like, and I don't think I ever went in depth about, like, I've talked about bits and pieces, but about Nazi America. I ain't never, like, went in depth about the existence and, the characteristics of Nazi America. I have, but I hadn't like officially addressed it. But I talked about a lot of the things that were happening to me, and that's what it boils down to. You got it was people who have help from, they have a massive support system. You feel me? While in my beginning stages, all the way to now, I didn't even have help from my own or support from my own ethnicity. You feel me? Just being honest, it wasn't like a fair situation like that, and so. When I say my focus is different, we're looking at a matter of, I am who I am. You feel me? I'm Eli, sent from God. The focus different. It's a biblical prophecy, that's taking place. It's not something that's trivialized. What is being trivialized into, such persecution and things like that are really, really beneath me, but that's only because all value and worth is found in God. You know what I'm saying? Not because a person exalt themselves or put themselves on a pedestal or anything like that. It's a situation that I don't really see, the long-term benefit of, because when you think about it, okay, look at the reality of the situation. The Bible prophecy coming. The power is in the people, not the influential figures. That's who God's occupation is, the people. We're coming in a time in history where, just for instance, the microchip situation, let's say that, all these people that these people put on shows and entertainment for, about 95% of them go get microchips, Okay, when they get microchips, that means they can never get into heaven no matter what. You feel me? When they get microchip, that means they can never, go to heaven. Period. Ever. And so if you entertaining those people, because when you think about it, if you can't get to heaven, then everything you're doing is pointless. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do it's useless. It ain't no point to it. If you not, because I mean, if God is not in it, then there's no growth or progression. Only thing that awaits is destruction and death, because that's the opposite of God. So I mean, what goal is a person trying to reach? You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to, I mean, it's not helping people, because at that point they have no hope. They're not thinking long term. Like, at that point. So like, well, I mean, why put on a show for that? Let somebody does the same result. In which case, well, that's Bible prophecy. God knew that it would turn out like this. And that's the situation. But yeah, man. I mean, then you got people talking about friendship and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm good. Like, it's people that can't even respect you as a man. You feel me? They can't even respect you or anything that you love. Not to mention, what's like recent persecution. This go back like 7 years all the way through every year. It just, for some reason, either everybody knew about it, or I mean, that's the only option. Like, I mean, it's the way the persecution was, especially after 2014. It's impossible to not have knowledge, about, I mean, I know I was viral because some people felt like my message of the cross was humiliation against me. So I know for a fact I was viral, because at that point in time, like, I'm talking about the things of the Bible and stuff, and that was not cool. So I spread it far and wide because I was a laughing stock. So I know, for instance, I had the publicity then and ever since. So I mean, it don't really make sense as to why, the things that happened later, like 17, 18, how those years were as horrific as they were, with the things that were disclosed even a year prior to that, like in 16. So, we're not dealing with a situation like it's artists, that's what it's being made into, but it's far larger than that. It's far larger than that. And those that's in favor of, the things that Nazi America is doing to, original talent, black talent, just, some are in favor of that because they got a common interest. They also benefit from a brother not being successful or failing. They wishing on my downfall and doing everything they can to make it happen. They ain't never did this to another artist in history. You feel me? This is a weird situation. But yeah, man, it really ain't that kind of situation. Like, I'm being forced to endlessly create, and then everybody want to attribute it up to like a certain people or a few people or something like that, when the power is in the people. You feel me? So they decide what's happening, and God knows that. So that's who God's focus is on, the people. You know what I'm saying? It's not their pillars that they put up. They put up teachers, and they create rulers, and they do all this on purpose. You know what I'm saying? To cunningly and slickly, disinvent something of God. You know what I'm saying? God knows that. That's why in the Revelations you see God's wrath is on the people. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily influential figures. Like, some of them evil, and they go to hell, and they go be inside their cubicles forever. Horrific stuff. And then it's all kind of, different judgments down there. It's gruesome stuff. And, it never ends. You can't die again down there. So, true enough, they might, they go to where they got to go, but God's attention is on the people because he sees how everything goes down, from the start all the way to the finish. And I see that perspective that God want me to see, so I see what's important. But yeah, man, even though I get, persecuted and bullied and all this stuff is unfair, I don't, I don't respect those that doing this. You know what I'm saying? Those influential figures, I don't respect them. It's just through negligence I'm being forced to, associate with such individuals in a way, quote unquote, Personally, I don't have no interest in those associations. You know what I'm saying? Either I got to be exiled or I got to bow to the will of Nazi America, and then it's people that just hate God, and the righteous route, the wicked. It's in the Bible. That's the wicked, like those who just hate God regardless of race or, the wicked. God generalizes them as the wicked. God is angry at the wicked every day. It's in Psalms, And we're coming to a time now where God's wrath is coming to a head, It's just the beginning. So, I would say it's bigger things to worry about, but not many go really care unless they were saved or they had spiritual discernment. So they don't really understand the importance of it anyway, spiritually, Cause, just like with all these coming, society going through a massive change, and the change is forever. It's the new normal. It's a new normal. It ain't changing back. And it can't. Cause that's what society wanted. And that's the situation. So yeah, man, it's weird. Artistically, everybody's seeing what I can do. They seen it so good. You got Nazi America helping people that they exalted, like steal a original person's art and work violently. It's people who could be my same race that's in favor of it because they share common interests. That the real the real Eli don't be esteemed appropriately before some ulterior motives that they have due to something that's not even Eli's fault. You feel me? So you see how they did God down bad, But God would never ever be conquered by something he created. Never. In the end, God is going to win. You feel me? I'm just being honest. God is going to win in the end. Even if Eli not in the earth, it don't matter. It goes on. The beef goes on. Because God go pick up. And that's what it is. The devil is never going to win. You feel me? And so that's the situation. I still get harassed. You know what I'm saying? You got influential figures that try to violently, loss in my stuff, my work, my art, my original copyrighted material. Then I get harassed in my real life by places, by nouns and injustices and structures, and it could even be employments and things like that. And, like as a response to artists trying to wrongfully literally steal my stuff, my art. You know what I'm saying? Just for example, that's the kind of stuff I go through. And the people are okay with what they're doing to serving the God. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say the things I say. It's a lot more I want to cover, man. I got new ideas and stuff. Yeah, man. Nothing ain't. Even when I get persecuted, nothing don't change. It's minuscule. You feel me? It's not a thing it's not important. Like so many times before, so I've been attacked, persecuted, insulted, came for all this and that, and then that same day I drop a poem and end a person's career just like that. And then a week later, then everybody just blow everybody's mind. Then a week later, all of a sudden, somehow they back to life. They even agree that they got ended. You know what I'm saying? I've done that hundreds of times. You feel me? And so what's the point? You know what I'm saying? The people are actively conspiring against God. They colluding against God himself, the purposes of God. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They want to see something of God fail. So there's no point in me keep creating like that. You know what I'm saying? When there's nobody in my corner. You feel me? But God and the Lord. So that tells you about what society is. It's not what it think it is. You feel me? It's not the Christian place it thinks it is. Because it's doing this to Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Collectively, sneakily, cunningly, albeit, but they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the situation. Like, man, what's the point of me keep proving myself thousands and thousands of times when the people when people don't, they want to see me fail? You know, the audience wants me to fail because of God in me. They hate the Lord. The Bible tells you, it tells you in the Bible that Jesus says that the world cannot hate you, but it's me it hated because I tell it that its ways are evil. You know, that's what it is. They hate the Lord because the Bible true. And since I follow the Bible, then they hate me without a cause. So subconsciously, they want me to fail, and they want those who tickle their ears and fill them with Satan doctrine to succeed and win. So they break all the foundations of a civil society on purpose, so one Christian servant can't have impact in the land that's supposedly under God. You feel me? That put it in perspective. You feel me? So it's impossible for me to win, because everybody literally doing, like, making chess moves, checker moves, doing everything they possibly can to sabotage the world so bad that I can't win, one man specifically. And it ain't narcissism, it ain't arrogance, it's literally like that. You know, it's not fair, it's not a fair battle. It's thoroughly sabotage. And nobody is taking it, is seeing it for what it is. It's trivialized. You know what I'm saying? You got persecutors who always had it good, easy, you know. Look at my life and then look at theirs, you feel me? And look what they're doing to my life, a person with nothing. And look how they're leaned over on my plate. You know what I'm saying? Time God throw me some, put something on my plate, they snatch it off. They snatching it off. Anytime I get new innovation, instead they're taking off my plate, bro. All these different plates. Why are they so interested? You feel me? Like, it's just my plate. Like, it's weird. I mean, it's plate as far as, you know, of course, just like a metaphor, like for my artistic abilities stuff. I expose all this stuff of Nazi America, and you know, the tactics, strategies being used on me by even satanic cults and stuff like that. Everybody see it. You know what I'm saying? It's still happy. You know what I'm saying? They hate God. You know, they literally hate God, and they're showing it with their conduct. Their conduct nullifies their claim of faith consistently every single day. You know what I'm saying? For already 7 years straight and counting, all the way to this very second. You know what I'm saying? Their conduct is nullifying their claim of faith as we speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation. They're doing everything not to see a servant of God prosper, especially artistically. You know, they got these dragons they put up like pillars on purpose, and then give them immunity to destroy everything and afflict me with resources I don't have protection against, and I don't have access to, never had for the last 7 years and plus and more. Actually, as we know now, it was a situation that existed far longer, but just using the last 7, then the last 3 years, and it's all the same situation. You feel me? But that's what's happening. And it's almost unreal, like a cartoon. Like, it's weird. You got people literally taking a man, like, art, like, right there while the whole world watch, and powerless. Like, it's weird. Like, I could sit right here and just create a new poem off the top. My classic. And time I post it, and everybody can sit here and watch me write this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just original. I don't embrace other people's cultures and arts. You know what I'm saying? This is you know what I'm saying? Especially this time with so much going on. You know what I'm saying? And what's happening to my work and what's happening to my art, what's happening to me. I don't really have time for it. So I mean, it's like I can sit up here, drop some hot stuff, and in a week, people will be saying it's somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? In order to disinvent my legacy. The people are trying to disinvent God. They don't want God successful. You know what I'm saying? And this keep happening. And the whole world know. But they don't want me successful because of how they've exploited me already. And how they've already succeeded at my expense. I'm a servant of God. So they rob God and continuously do so to this very second. And then and some people who really wonder still why the revelation things, why God going to react the way he going to react. Or God has already started declaring war. You know, God has already declared war really by removing his hand of protection and allowing certain things to happen. You know, so God already initiated his war. He already declared war on humanity. He just gradually, he gonna let it gradually, you know, it's gonna get worse and worse increasingly. But we're in the beginning now. And you know, you understand why a situation like this, you know, there's no way possible I could win. Because almost everything is against me. Literally. Almost everyone is literally against me. You know, having impact for God. Because the evil, in a way, they know I'm going to be talking about the things of God and the things of the Bible. They knew this back in 2013. Because that's what my stuff was about. Things of God, things of the Bible. I'm talking about because we are lost and things like that. I'm talking about the state of the world and how it aligns to the Bible, what's wrong and what's right. That was one of my first section of poems ever. That's what it was about that I ever wrote. You know? And it was not an easy thing for people to digest, I guess. You know? Because it was at that point in time, it was still a lot of the same thing. Endless violence, without a cause I ain't no understand. You know? But that's the situation over, man. They don't like God. They don't love God. Imagine a world where God was loved. Then that'd be the world where Eli would have been esteemed. You know? But the devil was in the earth, so it could not have happened. And you see why. You know? And so that's the situation, man. Like, it was premeditated that they would kill me and disinvent me. So that's why they keep trying to, like, push for that anyway. You know? No matter what, no matter who know, the agenda is still happening. They're still trying to give claiming other people doing my stuff when they sit there and watch me every year, all year, create this good stuff, this art. Then after a week pass, they lie on me. Still, again, it's the same cycle repeat. And give my stuff attributed to people who I don't even embrace. They had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Just people who they erect. People they concoct or create, you know. While simultaneously trying to frame me still, to silence me. You know, even people that got injustice and stuff, you know what I'm saying, on their side, it's a far larger thing going on than just art. You feel me? But I'm an author and an artist. And those are my powers and my strengths. You know, I'm one of the best to ever do it. And those are the things being attacked. And because of what already happened, I would never befriend those people who took me through this, because I know the content of their character. You feel me? And if I wouldn't have had access to platforms and things, then they would not be trying to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? They'll just be buying more flowers for my grave. You know what I'm saying? To make everybody else think we was cool. Think about it, man. Like, nah, I don't respect them, man. I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck, like, surrounded on all sides. Man, I'm standing firm with my cross and my Bible. And, you know, I'm on my last rope. You know, I'm at wit's end, you know. Because it ain't that I ain't strong or that I ain't talented or original or nothing like that. It's just that almost everything around me has intentionally turned against me because they hate the God in me. And they know that the things I talk about and say is going to be about aligned to the Bible and tell the right things of life. And, you know, the right way and the good stuff to do. And they know that that's what I'm going to be talking about. The truth. But some people invested so much in falsehood that me speaking the truth is a problem for them. Their existence. You feel me? But that's not my problem. That's not God's problem. You feel me? God didn't tell them to do that. You know, I didn't tell them to do me like that. You know? So, that's what it is, you know? And that's not even my fault or God's fault. but yet we can't exist in the society because of the actions, the activity of the evil, which go back to society being anti-God. You know? Well, yeah, man, I'll wrap this up, but y'all, just a couple things, man, that just, you know, it make you think, you feel me? From the attack of, Nazi America on Christianity to, just me trying to survive to have a ministry for God and, having my natural talent at art, being, what I mean, to, just existing all the way to, this massive other stuff I got like pressed on my life, So, I mean, yeah, it's a situation that's bigger than art, you feel me, larger than art, but yet everything's still being ignored, It's not a fair situation or a fair fight. So nobody could never say that we equal, like on that level, you feel me? Because they have, I didn't have no structure helping me, you feel me? I didn't have all those extra resources and things, entire whole societies, doing everything, secret little stuff, off the radar to ensure that my place in history was secured. I didn't have all that, you feel me? Quite the contrary, actually. So it's still a miracle for me to be here, as far as like success-wise, people can see the quote-unquote fossil that I am, but I mean, they ate all my substance and left my bones, but at what cost? Because if you look at the future, I mean, between the microchips and, all this, I mean, in God's eyes, that's a consent that somebody giving over everything about them to the devil or to the physical realm, because I mean, the times gonna get worse, man, and then you'll realize what's important. But those that don't realize what's important are those that the devil already go have, I want people to know the man I am, though, and see things in the appropriate context. Like, it's pointless, I mean, the same thing's been happening every year for the last 7 years straight, and still to this day, nothing's changed. The attack on my art, and it was happening back then. I just didn't understand or know about it, and I had to figure all this out myself. It's true, it's real, I mean, so then for just existing and having talent, natural talent, I got to be exiled or killed now. Because I won't let people who already used me and made a killing of me continue to use me and make a killing of me without my permission, or either befriend those that's against me. You feel me? Think about it. Like, it's a trap. They made a death trap for a servant of God all the way to the completion of it. The factors and reasons why is subject for debate, but it's only a couple reasons. You feel me? It's not a fair battle or a fair fight, and it's never been.